Well, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? So today we are starting a brand new series of Ketu through signs, as in the south node of the moon through signs. So if you're a Western lover or an Eastern lover, it doesn't matter because they both exist in both systems. So south node of the moon, Ketu, okay? And I love it. I can actually film this video in night because the lighting is so good in my condo. And by the way, the painting that you see in the back is a painting that I'm working on. I actually did a rough sketch and probably semi-rough to semi-rough painting in the back, hanging there. It's you can see it's a Vedic astrology chart. I have to do the detailing right now, and I cannot do it because it's drying up right now. It's drying, like it's gonna take at least 2 days to dry it up, so I can do the third layer of design and color that I need to do. But I just hung it there because the wind comes from my window there, so it can dry it up, and plus it just looks good. So yeah, so let's get started. So what is Ketu in Aries? What is the sign of Aries? Sign of Aries represents physical action. It represents going headstrong towards the war. It's about competition. It's about competing. It's about direct straightforwardness. It's about not beating around the bush and just saying what needs to be said, doing what needs to be done. But mainly it represents like your ability to fight and compete and ability to win a war. Okay? So it's kind of in a way a violent sign. And if you notice, I've said this before many times, like if you see the Hitler's chart and Gandhi's chart, majority of Hitler's planets are in Aries, while majority of Gandhi's planets are in Libra, which two different opposite ends. So Aries and Libra are directly opposite to each other. Okay, so one represents violence, one represents peace. It's with every sign. They have directly opposite their mirror image. So then you put Ketu here. What is Ketu? Ketu is self-liberation. Ketu is about letting go of everything, letting go of all the material things. Ketu is your mastery over the placement in your horoscope. So wherever Ketu is placed, you already have mastery over that. You have experienced that and accomplished it in the past life. So in this life, even though people say, oh, Ketu means you're going to run away from that. No, it's not like you're running away from it. It's not like you will not get those things. It's like, I've already experienced it. I really do not need them. I really don't care. But if I was to deal with those things, I will be able to deal with it because I just know what to do. So that's what Ketu really means. It's your mastery over things. So when Ketu is in Aries, in your past life, it shows you already competed. You were already straightforward. You were already out there winning wars. You were physically active. Okay, so in this life, you're kind of opposite of that. You're a bit calm. You take everything easily. You look at everything thoroughly before you take action. You are not out there to win the war because Ketu creates the war within, no matter where he's placed, what sign he's placed in. So in sign of Aries, he's creating, like Aries is your physical body. It's like who you are. And so in Aries, it's kind of it makes you doubt your ability of your physical body. He makes you doubt the fact, like, will I win this or no? Will I do this or will I accomplish what I'm setting out to do? And so there's this lot of self-doubt. And so what happens is because of the self-doubt, they do not want to compete anymore. They don't want to go headstrong anymore. But if you force them and put them in a position where they need to be a leader, they will easily accomplish that. They're like, oh my God, fine, I will become a leader. And they'll just naturally know how to become a leader. If they don't want to play any sports, you put them in a game. You're like, okay, gotta go play soccer. I'm going to shoot you if you don't play basketball. And they're like, oh, fine. And they've never shot a ball before. But somehow, some way, they'll start shooting and they'll start getting the hang of shooting a basketball. because it's like it's things that you have mastered already. So wherever Ketu is you have already experienced those things and you want to just let go of them. You don't really care if they come at you or not, because Ketu is about letting go of the material plane. It's about letting go of this thing called this planet, thing called like jobs and bank accounts. It wants to let go of all that. It wants to go back to the source where it came from, whether it's from another black hole where most souls come from, or it's into another dimension, or into another realm, or the actual source energy we call God. Ketu wants to connect with that. He doesn't want to be out here. So if you want to, not come back here in this life, don't do what Rahu is doing. Don't follow what Rahu wants you to do. Do what Ketu wants you to do. See, that's a secret. If you want to achieve moksha, follow Ketu. Don't follow Rahu. But the thing is, it's going to be so hard. It's going to be so hard. And that's the game. You have the free will to resist Rahu, to let go of Rahu. But Rahu is going to play his part. He's going to come upon you like a plague. Now, here's the thing. If you have Ketu in the sign of Aries, and if Mars aspects his own sign of Aries, where Ketu is placed, that's going to energize Ketu to become the leader, to become competitive, to become aggressive, and to just suddenly throw a punch at somebody, to suddenly like charge at somebody. Because now Ketu is not by himself anymore. He's not only in the house of Mars, but Mars is looking at him. He's like, I'm watching you. You better behave like an Aries, otherwise I'm going to kick your ass. So also make sure of that if Ketu is receiving an aspect from Mars, Mars is energizing Ketu then. Ketu, and this is actually a good thing in sports, because like Michael Jordan, Mars is aspecting Ketu, even though it's not Aries sign. But Mars and Ketu are similar, where Mars says, in this life, I'm here to take charge. I'm here to go forward with my action. Where Ketu says, hey man, I already accomplished it. I already mastered this thing. What else do you want? So when these two energies look at each other, or it's being impacted by Mars, Ketu, this person like, not only I'm going to charge and accomplish my goals, but I know I'm going to win. I just know I'm going to win. There's no way around it. And that's how Michael Jordan thought. Michael Jordan's like, I know I'm competing in the playoffs, but I'm going to get that trophy. I'm going to win. I'm going to win the NBA championship. There's no question about it. I'm the best ever. And he proved it. And so this is how Mars and Ketu energy works together. So anytime it's being impacted like aspect or conjunction with Mars, you bet this story is going to change of Ketu. All right. So guys, this is my analysis of Ketu in the sign of Aries. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And if you want to know where your Ketu is placed and what sign is placed in, and then what aspects it's receiving and conjunctions, check out the link below. Check out my book there, Astrology at the Speed of Light and Conjunctions at the Speed of Light, where you will get to study your own conjunctions, whether you have 2 planets or 7 planets. So check out the link below, and when you get the book, I will send you the link to look at your own chart. Just make sure you follow the directions below. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow with Ketu in Taurus.